You've been rolling around, shouldn't roll it up. Let her roll it up. Break it down like a punch, she would never us. She would never us. That's the real on the real, are you serious? How you feel, how you feel? Used to trip off that shit I was kicking to you. Had some fun on the round, though I'll give it to you. But baby,
What's that one basic human concept that your brain just cannot wrap your head around?
That there are married people out there that sleep in separate bedrooms in their own house. Like, I never knew that that was a thing until I went and visited a friend. And I was like, girl, you have your own bedroom? She goes, yeah, I fought in my own room. I don't do that shit in front of my husband. He has his room, I have my room. Kind of genius, but I also kind of don't like it. What do you guys think?
What's that one basic human concept that your brain just cannot wrap your head around?
Why have astronauts never been to the sun? Like, I get it, like, it's hot and all, but, like, go at night, like, when there's not a fire in the sky, because then it won't be hot, and then you can go.
What's that one basic human concept that your brain just cannot wrap your head around?
This one is actually pretty mind-blowing. For me, it's the fact that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Anne Frank were both born in 1929, and today they're associated with two completely different points in history. And additionally, the fact that Queen Elizabeth is older than both of them.
What's that one basic human concept that your brain just cannot wrap your head around?
Traffic. Just drive the car. Just if everybody just drove their car. Just this.
What's that one basic human concept that your brain just cannot wrap your head around? Because mine.
You have 2 parents, 4 grandparents, 8 great-grandparents, 16 great-great-grandparents, and 32 great-great-great-grandparents. Now, if you go back just 40 generations, that leaves you with a supposed 1 trillion ancestors. Yet, there have only ever been 107 billion humans who have ever existed. So, only explanation, we're all related.
What's that one basic human concept that your brain just cannot wrap your head around?
Like death? Like, I don't get it. Like, I understand the fundamentals and the science behind death, and I have seen enough death in my life to understand what happens, but, like, what happens after? That's what I don't understand. Like, what happens to all of this? Like, is that just gone? Like, out of existence? Like, what happens to everything that makes you uniquely you? Your aspirations, your imagination, your dreams, your hopes, your imagination, your inner monologues, and with you your entire life. Like, I shuffle off this mortal coil as a bag of wrinkled bones, and then what? I feed the earth? Like, that just seems uniquely and tragically flawed and pointless. Like, I spend most of my life in school and working. Like, for what? Like, why? Like, all the energy is just gone into the universe with no, like, I don't understand it. It just seems stupid. And people are like, oh, you live for the next generation. I don't care. Like, 4 generations from now, like, okay, I'm dust.
What's that one basic human concept that your brain just cannot wrap your head around?
This shit ain't even funny, but left and right. And don't act like you ain't never said this shit before. Turn that bitch to the right. My right or your right? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, this is my left hand, right? But if I do this shit right here, that bitch is on the right. That's all I'm trying to say, bro.
What's that one basic human concept that your brain just cannot wrap your...
Money. Because you're trying to tell me we were all happily farming, self-sustaining, trading with each other, showing love, and we all just decided to give that up for some paper, for some gold? This sounds devilish. Like, you mean to tell me we just wanted and willingly created disparities, poverty, and pain? Bills? We're on a floating rock. How does this make sense? Make it make sense.
What's that one basic human concept that your brain just cannot wrap your head around?
I always thought everyone can manually unfocus their eyes and make everything blurry. Apparently not everyone can do that.
What's that one basic human concept that your brain just cannot wrap your head around?
That there's a group of people that can't visualize things in their head when they close their eyes. You know, I always thought people can picture things in their brain if they just think about it. But apparently there's a group of people that can't see anything.
What's that one basic human concept that your brain just cannot wrap your head around? that one basic human concept that your brain just cannot wrap your head around? Because
that in order to fall asleep, you gotta pretend to sleep. You gotta just act like you're sleeping and then wait until you...
What's that one basic human concept that your brain just cannot wrap your head around? Because mine is and always will be the fact that I exist outside of my own perception. That will never sit right with me. Like, yes, I see people every day and I know they got their own conscience, like whatever. But to think that when I'm looking at someone and talking to them, they're looking at me, they're looking at my fucking face and having thoughts and opinions, and I have a little identity in their mind. Not cool. Not... I get anxiety, panic attacks, freak the fuck out. It is... No.
This bitch gonna make me...